For today's shiny hunting adventures on Adventures in Gaming, I searched for a few shinies that are, of course, my favorite color, and I stumble accidentally upon one of the hardest shinies ever to spot in the wild. Let's do this. So yes, the life of a shiny hunter in Pokemon is never done. There's always something you can go after, whether it's a rare variant or just another shiny that you don't have. I decided for this session of shiny hunting to go after some shinies I really wanted. And we're going to start off with two blue shinies that I think are particularly awesome.
So I was in the middle of a Bisharp outbreak when I noticed a certain blue lad cameoing in the background of my fight. So I had to get rid of this red Bisharp as quickly as possible so I could hurry up and get to the blue one because I needed a shiny King Gambit. And, well, I got one. Pretty awesome. I love the blue Bisharp. Pretty awesome color. So next I went spelunking and looking for an Orthworm, and sure enough I found the blue long boy just chilling in this cave. I love the shiny, like, blue chrome color. It's really gorgeous, and Orthworm is just a silly Pokemon. Gotta have him.
So as is tradition, I found another random shiny. I was wandering around, I think I was doing an outbreak, or heading to an outbreak, one of the two. And I stumble upon this little guy who happened to be shiny.
So I was on my way to my next destination when I was searching around looking for, whatever I could find. I forgot what I was shiny hunting for, but I was shiny hunting for something. And just out of the blue happened to stumble upon something I wasn't expecting. Family of Vampy, with a slightly different colored Donphan.
So next up, I decided to change things up. So, as I'm sure you've noticed, most of this series I've been playing in Pokemon Violet. Now, I did buy the double pack when it came out last November, and I never played Scarlet. I've thought about it, but the main reason why I hadn't is I'm like, well, do I really want to do that whole grind again just for a few Pokemon? Since my personal situation's been going on, I've had a lot more free time on my hands. So I decided, you know what? I've already shiny hunted the entire Paradox line on Violet. So it's time to beat all of Scarlet and shiny hunt the Paradox Pokemon over there. Now, what's cool about this is I kind of cheesed the system a little bit. I ended up having the shiny charm as soon as the treasure hunt opened up. And how I did it, of course, is I caught everything I needed and traded it over using Pokemon Home from Violet to Scarlet. So to have the completed Pokedex right at the beginning of the game is kind of awesome. And of course, that also meant I unlocked the shiny charm right as I started the game. And my first shiny in Pokemon Scarlet, I'll just show you.
So I was working on leveling my Crocalore up, trying to get some extra XP, as you do in an early game, when I stumbled across a herd of Tauros, and I decided to try to, continue knocking him out. He wouldn't knock out this one. Yep, I just found one of the hardest to find shinies in the game. Pretty awesome.
So then I decided after finding that amazing shiny, while I was going between missions and gyms and needing to power level my team, which, by the way, I had a bunch of, level 1 pseudos in my boxes on Pokemon Home, so I traded those to myself. So I also had the other two starters. So essentially, my team for most of Scarlet was 3 pseudo-legendary dragons and all 3 starters. So I kind of breezed through. I think I beat it in 10 hours, something like that. It was pretty quick. But in between missions, I decided to do some outbreaks because I figured, it'd be even cooler is if I could get some shinies on my team. And, I found some pretty good ones that I didn't have already on Violet.
So for my first official shiny hunt of Pokemon Scarlet, I decided to hunt for a Wattrel because I figured an electric type and a flying type were two things I kind of needed on my team, and I never had one. Sure enough, I found the red-looking burb here on the beach and decided to grab him for the team. So now I have a shiny Kilowattrel. Pretty awesome. Next, I found an outbreak of Pyroar. Now, Pyroar isn't exactly the most impressive of fire types, but hey, I could have used another Pokemon, and I didn't have a Pyroar. Plus, I like Pyroar shiny. Of course, I happened to run into a Pyroar just as I saw the shiny run out of frame, and you might have saw it at the beginning of the clip. So I had to get out of that fight before I found my Tan Cat King.
Time for another random and unexpected shiny, because those happen a lot. It happened especially a lot while I was playing Scarlet. No idea why, but I got a lot of random shinies while I was playing Scarlet. Here's one of them.
So I was in the middle of a shiny hunt for a Hawlucha. So I was, clearing out some of the spawns, trying to track down, my shiny wrestling bird. When, of course, I stumbled upon some more random horde spawns. And I found a very strange-looking Spoink. Yep, I found a shiny Spoink out of the blue.
Going back to outbreaks, it's time to hunt down a couple more shinies that are a little subtle, but also kind of noticeable at the same time. One in particular is pretty darn subtle. I also had to hunt them in pretty much the worst conditions that you could for these particular shinies, so just take a look.
So a little while after finding the Spoink at nighttime, I finally stumbled across my purple wrestling bird who was posing imposingly on this rock. So I finally got my Hawlucha. Yay! So the next outbreak I decided to go for was Bronzong, which is a kind of hard to tell shiny, mostly because the color change is kind of subtle. It turns more like a forest green as opposed to a blue. But during a blizzard, and surrounded by a whole bunch of other ones, I happened to see a green-looking bell floating around. So I chased it down and added Notre Dame to my shiny collection.
Did someone order a random shiny? Because that's what we got again. And this one's pretty cool. It's actually a new Pokemon that I really wanted the shiny for, and I just happened to stumble upon it. So take a look.
So I was roaming around trying to get to, I believe, a Terror Raid, and happened to stumble upon a nice dapper Pepperman wearing blue jeans, which I like Scovillain, and I kind of wanted a shiny, so nice to find one randomly.
We're going to wrap this episode with a pretty funny visual glitch. I was wandering around looking, getting to an outbreak, and I stumbled upon a Magikarp in a very strange position.
So I was roaming around in Kitakami back on Violet, trying to get to my next destination, and I found this lovely flowing waterfall. There was a Pokemon at the bottom, but I decided to climb up to get some more stuff that was lying around. And I discovered this poor Magikarp that was stuck halfway through the waterfall, just sticking out like that. Wonder how long it's been there.
That is going to do it for yet another episode of Adventures in Gaming Shiny Hunting Edition. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I've got a lot more of these coming, so hope you enjoy them. And of course, like I've mentioned in the past several videos, I know a lot of you were here for the game hunting content, and that will be coming back. Still dealing with issues, so hopefully this will at least tide you over until I can get going on those again. But I will be getting those going again as soon as I can. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button, click the notification bell. That way you know when new videos drop, when they drop. I'll also be releasing shorts of a lot of these shiny catches, in case you just want to watch the shiny catches and not the whole video. And yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next episode of Adventures in Gaming, Shiny Hunting Edition. Bye-bye.